These two photos were taken just seconds apart. One looks flat and washed out, the other has rich colors, deep blue skies, and almost no reflections. The difference? Just one camera filter. But here's the surprising part. Many photographers spend hundreds of dollars on filters they'll never actually use. Others ignore filters completely and miss shots that simply can't be recreated in editing. So which filters are worth buying today, and which ones can you safely skip? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which filters deserve a place in your camera bag. A camera filter is simply a piece of specially designed optical glass that attaches to the front of your lens. Its job is to change the light before it reaches your camera's sensor. Unlike editing software, filters work before the image is captured. That means some effects can only be achieved with a filter, while others are no longer necessary thanks to modern cameras and editing software. Understanding the difference can save you money and improve your photography. Years ago, photographers carried a large collection of filters because cameras had limited dynamic range and editing options. Today, things have changed dramatically. Modern cameras capture far more detail. RAW files give us incredible flexibility, and editing software can recreate many effects that once required physical filters. But not everything. Some filters still perform tasks that no software can truly replace. Knowing the difference is the key to buying the right filters instead of wasting money on the wrong ones. Throughout this video, we'll cover the most common camera filters you'll come across. Some of these remain essential, others have become much less important thanks to today's camera technology. Let's find out which is which. UV filters. Many photographers leave a UV filter on their lens all the time. Years ago, these filters reduced ultraviolet light that caused haze when shooting on film. Modern digital cameras already block UV light, so image quality usually doesn't improve by adding one. Today, photographers mainly use UV filters for one reason: lens protection. A good quality filter can protect the front element from scratches, dust, salt spray, and accidental impacts. However, there is a trade-off. Cheap filters can reduce contrast, introduce flare, and soften your images. If you choose to use one, buy a high-quality, multi-coated filter from a reputable manufacturer. Otherwise, it's often better to use the lens hood for protection instead. Neutral density filters. Think of an ND filter as sunglasses for your camera. Instead of changing color, it simply reduces the amount of light entering the lens. That allows you to use slower shutter speeds during the day. This creates smooth waterfalls, silky oceans, cloud movement, or motion blur from moving people. Videographers also rely heavily on ND filters. If you're filming at 24 or 30 frames per second, an ND filter lets you maintain the correct shutter speed while keeping a wide aperture. Without one, bright sunlight often forces shutter speeds that make video look unnaturally sharp and choppy. Variable ND filters. Instead of carrying several different ND filters, a variable ND lets you rotate the front ring to change how much light is blocked. It's incredibly convenient for video creators who move between different lighting conditions. However, cheap variable ND filters often create an unwanted dark X pattern at stronger settings. They can also produce uneven exposure and color shifts. Higher quality filters minimize these issues but cost considerably more. Graduated neutral density filters. Unlike a standard ND filter, a graduated ND is dark at one end and clear at the other. They're designed for landscapes where the sky is much brighter than the foreground. The darker section reduces the brightness of the sky while leaving the land unchanged. Years ago, these were considered essential landscape filters. Today, modern cameras capture much greater dynamic range, and editing software makes balancing exposure much easier. That means many photographers no longer need them. They're still useful in very high contrast scenes, but they're far less essential than they once were. Circular polarizing filters. If there's one filter every outdoor photographer should own, this is probably it. A circular polarizer reduces reflections from water, glass, and other non-metallic surfaces. It also increases color saturation naturally. Blue skies become richer, clouds stand out more, leaves appear greener, water becomes transparent enough to reveal rocks beneath the surface. Most importantly, these effects cannot be fully recreated in editing software. Simply rotate the filter until the effect looks strongest. The maximum effect occurs when shooting about 90 degrees away from the sun. Because the filter blocks about 1 to 2 stops of light, you may need a slightly slower shutter speed or higher ISO. Special effect filters. Some filters aren't designed for correction, they're designed purely for creativity. Mist filters soften digital sharpness and create glowing highlights. Star filters turn bright lights into dramatic starbursts. Color filters add creative tints. Infrared filters capture entirely different wavelengths of light. These filters create effects that are often difficult or impossible to reproduce perfectly in editing. They're less common than they once were, but many photographers still enjoy their unique look. So after looking at every major type of lens filter, let's answer one of the most debated questions in photography. Should you keep a UV filter permanently attached to your lens? The answer depends on what you value most. If your priority is maximum image quality, a UV filter is not essential. Modern digital sensors already remove the need for UV correction, and every additional piece of glass placed in front of your lens has the potential to introduce flare, reduce contrast, or slightly affect image quality. For many photographers, a lens hood provides enough protection while also improving image quality by reducing unwanted light entering the lens. However, a high-quality UV filter can provide an extra layer of protection in situations where your lens is exposed to danger. If you're photographing at the beach with blowing sand, traveling in dusty environments, shooting near salt spray, or working in conditions where replacing a damaged front element would be expensive, a quality UV filter can be a sensible investment. The key word is quality. A cheap filter on an expensive lens can actually reduce the performance you paid for. So the best approach is not that UV filters are always good or always bad. Use one when the environment demands extra protection. Remove it when maximum image quality is your priority. Lens filters are not about making every photo better. They're about giving you creative control when your camera alone cannot achieve the result you want. A polarizer can remove reflections, an ND filter can create motion, and creative filters can give your images a completely different look. But the most important filter will always be the one that solves the problem in front of your camera. If you found this guide useful, make sure to subscribe for more simple photography explanations that help you get better results with your camera. And if you want to continue learning, check out my next video where we break down another essential part of photography equipment.